everyone. This is going to be a short demo primarily on getting started with CSS, but I wanted to use this opportunity to try to help to clear up some of the common problems that everyone had with the first iteration of the website that have to do with file naming and full and relative links. So what we're looking at right here is my directory on my own computer of the test pages that I've been using for class. And you can see that one of the file names, that untitled text3, has spaces in the file name. And I wanted to show you what happens if I upload that to my web space. So if we go over to my web space, here we are in the document manager of my web space. And I have this directory here with for LIS 861 2012. And if I open up that directory, you'll see that untitled text3.html is there, and it looks fine. You can see the spaces. But if I go to copy the URL, I'm going to right-click it and copy the link location. And you can see it says, here's the link. I can't copy it directly to the clipboard, but I can copy and paste the URL. And here's the URL. And you can see everywhere there was a space, the browser has inserted %20. And that's really not a big problem. Most browsers can read that. It's just the way the browser re-encodes the space to become, it re-encodes it with those characters, the % and the 20. The problem is it's just a messy looking URL, and if you share that URL with the % and the 20s, or this URL with, or the link, the file name without without the % and the 20s with someone else, then their browser may or may not open it correctly. The other thing is, if we go back to the main directory, or to the LIS 861, you can see we're in this LIS 861 directory. And if I copy the link to this one, I have to go back to DS Shapiro. If I copy the link to this main directory, my LIS 861 2012 directory, if I copy that one, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in a new tab here in the browser and paste that in, this is what I get. It's a directory listing of the files that I have in my LIS 861 2012 directory. It doesn't take me directly to the only page I have there, and that's because there's no index.html. So if we go back to my local directory of test pages, you can see I don't have an index.html in here either. If we take a look at the code, well, the first thing I'm going to do, let's go back, I'm sorry, go back to my test pages. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn plain test page, which is essentially my test page 1, into index.html and just save it. Then if I go to back to my code, here's my test page 2 that links to test page, plain test page. What happens if I open up this in a browser? This is my table, my test page 2 for class, and if I try to go back to page 1, it can't find it because test page isn't there anymore. Here's another thing to look at. This is the full path to that file on my own computer. If we uploaded the file to my web space with this full path, again, it's not going to work because these directories, users, Deborah Shapiro, desktop, 861 fall 2012, test pages, none of those exist in my web space. In my web space, I have this directory, LIS 861 2012, and I don't have any of those other directories. So if we go back to our code, the thing to do is to fix this. And back to page 1, we're going to want to make it an anchor. And we open up our anchor menu box and select look for the file. And we link to index.html, choose it, say apply. And now we have a relative link back to page 1. So when I put this directory on the server, this is still going to work. I have another, and I'm going to save it. And then I have another example of an image. And I think we'll go ahead and upload this one. So let's see what happens first if I open this file on my own computer. Open it on my own computer. You can see the picture. Everything's just fine. If I go to back over to my web space and I upload both the, I have to make it a little smaller because I can't see the upload the upload thing. So if I upload, so the first thing I'm going to have to do is browse. I want to be sure to get image test, right? Open that. And then I'm going to add another file, browse. And that picture file is somewhere in the pictures on my computer. Here it is. I'm going to open that one. And I'm going to upload them all. So now here I have my image and you can even see it, and my page in the same directory. But if I open this page, image doesn't work. And that's because if we look at the code again, the code is, this is another way of showing a relative link on my computer, and in place of those names of the directories, it's just putting in .. So what we need to do here is just take all this off. And now we have a relative link to my postcard. If we save that, and then we go back to my web space and we upload, and be sure to check overwrite file if it already exists. Go back to my test pages, upload image test again, and now this time, if we open it in the browser, there's the image. So that's a quick overview of some of the problems that people commonly had with full and relative links, and also links to images and file names with spaces in them.